Hello, my name is Eric, and today we'll mostly focus on running and containerizing a Hugging Face Rust transformer. Few tricky things came up throughout this process, not really that easy to deploy to App Runner or AWS Lambda because it's quite a bit taxing. So it's something I'm still working on. So this would be probably be part one of the progress report. And yeah, let's talk about the project. So basically, we have a we have a script that is basically tapping in to the Rust crate, the LLM Rust crate. But the tricky part here is that you're actually relying on having access to the model locally. By the way, this is a massive thank you to AI Anytime who worked on this specific problem as well. Just borrowed a lot of ideas that were here already. And in his case, he's doing it with a Streamlit app. And in my case, one of the few things that I'm doing differently is that I'm wrapping it under an actix app instead of the web actix framework instead of going through Python for any reason whatsoever. And you have to bind it to this port so that you can actually Dockerize it properly. Now, let's just jump straight into a bit of the logic. Well, this was the most important part to highlight that the model is local. And then after that, the handler processes the JSON payload and reads the prompt and then conducts inference on it. Here's the inference request being handled. And then here is the asynchronous main function. I also had a I also left a couple of print statements for the directory because I needed to be sure where the model was going. So I actually ran into this issue before, and the way I handled it was by actually adding the actual model during the Dockerization process. So naturally, the model, by the way, is Open Llama. It's the smallest one that was in the list of the Llama models here. If you look at the sizes, let's see if the page loads quickly enough. Yeah. If you look at the sizes, look at this. 7 gigs, 14 gigs, so on and so forth. That's too much. I just took the smallest one, which was this one right here, the quantized 3B, and then what I did was as soon as I downloaded it, I simply uploaded it to S3 and made it public with ACL permissions. So then I had a publicly exposed link, which I then added with the Docker file, and that was it. So once that was done, yeah, other than that, we can just show you how it works. Inference time takes quite a bit. Honestly think that's the reason why I don't. I had a lot of trouble just properly deploying. Actually, let me show you a picture of what I tried to do with App Runner here. So here I was trying to curl it, but I would always get upstream request timeouts. Even I did a Lambda function too, and I still got internal server errors as well. But then the problem with Lambda is that I'm capped on memory, and the problem with App Runner, it looks like I'm capped on timeouts, even though I modified them as much as I could. So yeah, if anybody figures it out, let me know. Let's jump into it. Cargo run. Let me actually, while that's running, let me get the prompt that we're gonna need. The local one. All right, so it's running right now. And I won't need this. Let's use the other one here. Paste it in. And now it's tapping in. Takes a couple seconds. In the meantime, I'll start preparing the Docker process. So that'll be make run, no build, make build. I'll have the Docker image building out. That's still inferring. I'll pause and come back when both are done. Took quite a long time. Probably more than 4 or 5 minutes to be honest. And yeah, here you can see Toy Story sold more than X amount of units, biggest film of its era. So I would say Toy Story, but not much so. You can see this inference is sort of like it's writing an opinion from somebody's perspective. I built the Docker image here, so let me see if I can quickly. I'm gonna kill the Rust session here. I'm gonna do make run Docker. Yep, runs it again. See if I have. Oops, not the one. 1 second. Um, and yeah. So right now you see how the image was running and then it immediately taxed it. So now you're seeing that it's running. Docker image for some reason is actually a lot faster. Yeah, Dragon Ball's a Japanese manga by Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. And several movies made. Let's do another quick one. I was actually shocked by how fast that was. I'll come back again when it's done. Yep, here it is. This is a lie. It's by Kazuki Takahashi. See? Hallucinations with large language models. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not made by that person. The rest actually looks like it's on point. But yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, if anybody figures it out, let me know how to rock through the deployment.